I'm originally from Havelock, North Carolina, which is down on the East Coast. When I graduated from high school, I decided to come to North Carolina Central University. Had the opportunity possibly to go to some of the major white schools, UNC, NC State, but I chose North Carolina Central University. I had a sister who graduated from here, and I also had the opportunity to come here to play some football at North Carolina Central University. My parents believed in higher education. They were able to educate 4 of 6 kids. Neither one of them had no more than a 6th grade education, but they believed that that was the way out for us as a people. I graduated with a BS in business administration from Central. Interviewed with a lot of major corporations at the time who were seeking to diversify their employment with African Americans, but chose to remain in Durham based upon a comment that one of my mentors said to me, that if I wanted to be an entrepreneur, Durham was the place for me to remain. So I stayed in Durham, took a job here, and that was the start of my business career. My first job was with the Durham Business and Professional chain, working in terms of a business consultant. I had the opportunity to work for the late Senator Ralph Hunt, and then from there I had the opportunity to go to work for Mutual Community Savings and Loan at the time as a mortgage loan officer, which probably really propelled me into the career that I am in now, which is a real estate appraiser and developer. I got into real estate appraising with the help of one of the people who were doing appraisal work for Mutual Savings at that time, a gentleman by the name of Carl Smith. The appraisal aspect of real estate is an area in which there are very few, at that time, was very few minorities and women in the business. We made up probably less than 1% of the practitioners who was doing that. So having that exposure in terms of the opportunities that it presented while I was at Mutual Savings, I would take my vacation time to take the various courses that I needed to get trained in the profession. And once I had met the requirement for all of the various courses, I decided to strike out on my own and start doing appraisals for local banks, attorneys, and other clients from that standpoint, and have been doing that since 1976. Moving forward, my wife joined me in the business around 1990. She left IBM and came to work, so we were a 2-person family firm, and she's also a state certified real estate appraiser firm. And having that opportunity to be in real estate, we saw the opportunity to acquire property, to rehab property for what they call now flip, to sell, but also to acquire property to buy and hold, and to help build a portfolio for financial wealth. Working for the Durham Business and Professional chain, I had the opportunity to meet people like FB Pete Allison. I had the opportunity to meet John H. Wheeler, who was president of the bank. But probably the most influential person on me was probably John Sylvester Shag Stewart. He was the former president of Mutual Savings and Loan, and he himself was an avid real estate investor. We are standing in what the community knows today as Mutual Heights. We acquired this property, myself and another partner, in the late 1990s. We completely renovated these units and renamed it Stewart Heights, Stewart Square, and Stewart Circle in honor of the Stewart family, who was the prior owner of that. And Mr. Stewart was very instrumental in helping me see the benefit from being a real estate investor and helping me in the early stages of my career. Is one of the things you must have, as well as be open to mentorship Again, today, there's so much information that's available to people if they would expose themselves to it. Simply on the web and on the internet, there are people every day who are in the real estate business who have podcasts that you can subscribe to. They're free. A lot of these people are publishing books. Some of them are even doing seminars from that standpoint. So I think number one is get some basic education. And then number two, there are people like myself and others who have had some degree of success and is willing to help others, because we would like to bring others along. So the help is there if you make it known that you want help and people show that you're willing to put forth some effort to learn. I think in the early stages of most people's career, we probably spend more time on the work side than we do maybe on the family and community side. But I think as you go through that process, and particularly as you begin to have some degree of success, you need to work in the fact that there has to be a balance in your life. It can't be all work, that you must spend time with your family, as well as you must do things in the community. By being involved in the community, again, that gives you exposure, that gives you credibility, and that shows to people that you are not only concerned with making a dollar, but you're also concerned about the welfare of the community that you live in. And you must today, I think anyone with a family, particularly young kids, you must make time for them, that you cannot be a non-factor in their lives, or maybe try to show up just on the weekend to spend some time with them, because there's so many things that kids are being influenced by, and you do that. One of the good things about being self-employed, it did give me the flexibility that when my daughter was in school and that she was competing in track and was a cheerleader, I took the time to be there, from that standpoint there, where again, some people give up those times to be with the family, but yet to make the dollar because of the the financial gain or financial need may have. But there must be a balance between work, family, as well as community. And today, I think it's critical for your own mental health. I had the opportunity to spend the weekend with a group of men, professionals this weekend, and everybody was talking about the fact that this weekend gave them a balance in terms of they needed some downtime just to get away, to be with other men and not have to be concerned with anything else, and kick back and have some fun and a few laughs and all.